I didn't think I was gonna pick a pair of these up because we've reviewed these before, but this colorway is it. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look at these bad boys right here. They're old school bad boys. Not super old school like retro, even though this is technically a retro, but old enough to where I've reviewed these when they first came out, way back when, and now they're back. And this is a brand new colorway, the home colorway, if you will. And this right here, man, this is like a penny fan's wet dream. These are just dope. So these guys right here, again, it's a re-release, so it's not an original. This is the penny 5. There was the penny 6, which we just did recently. Finally picked up a pair. And these guys right here, this was a great shoe, but it was not a performance shoe. The penny 5 and the penny 6, not hoop shoes like the originals were. However, they have hoop elements to them. The traction, believe it or not, one of the best tractions ever. Remember my league games in these? We played at this middle school. Nothing would grip that floor except for the Air Jordan 28 and these guys. And that was it. And so those are my two go-tos during that league. I believe we won a championship that year as well.
You played in them even though you knew they were not for hooping?
Yeah, because they're comfortable enough. Like I said, they have hoop features. They're just not designated as a hoop shoe. When they brought his line back, same with Pippen, when they did the bring back to their, I don't know what to call it, but like when they brought the lines back, that's what these are. We've talked about this before, but just in case you guys have missed it, Nike likes to label their stuff usually by packaging. So when you see this box, this is a sportswear box, which means it's no longer a performance product. You'll see old performance shoes in boxes like this. That means that they're no longer hoop shoes, even though they're still made that way. So you can hoop in them, but they're just designated as sportswear. Now, if you see something in a box like this, these orange boxes, these have been around for over a decade now, but if you see a box like this is their performance box. So whatever's in here, the new Metcon, this is a performance shoe and not a lifestyle shoe. So if these were in here, then they'd be performance, but they're not. There are exceptions to that rule, obviously. There's signature boxes for signature lines. So Kobe's got his own, LeBron's got his own, Jordan brand's got their own, et cetera, et cetera. But as far as just Nike products go, this is the easiest way to tell. Orange box performance, red box with the old school logo and stuff like that is sportswear, so not performance. But that does not mean that you can't play in certain stuff. Like I said before, man, hoopers hoop. They hoop in anything, and this is one of those shoes. So like I was saying earlier, bottom right here, one of the best tractions ever. Why? I don't know, man. This work. It was herringbone, all that kind of good stuff. The clear rubber didn't matter. It didn't matter that there was a mixture between that and solid rubber. This right here, the tooling reminds me a lot of the Jordan 11. The anatomical flowing lines, the way that it mimics the foot. You don't see it?
It just looks like the next penny to me.
They did a good job at that too. Let me just show you though. Maybe not the best example because these are kind of tiny, but the lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the way that they move, this was supposed to mimic the foot shape. So like your big toes flex zone, whereas your pinky toe is down here. And that's just the way that the shape goes of the foot. So that's what this is all about. And I thought it was really cool. They actually mapped it really well with the traction pattern. Now, as far as the tech specs go, funny story. These guys right here have one of Nike's good old cut and paste jobs, or copy and paste, where the press release, or not the press release, the product description for this shoe is wrong every time they put these out. Every time. Kind of frustrating because then we have to go and like teach consumers like what the product actually does feature, and they're like, but Nike says, or the product description says, and I know that, I get that, it is confusing. However, the product description on this shoe is wrong every time. What they've done is they copied the penny 3's product description and they pasted it for here. Why did they do that? I don't know, man. I don't work for Nike. I don't know. All I know is that these guys have no zoom air in the forefoot. There's no foam posit anywhere on the shoe. The product description will say forefoot zoom air, foam posit, or posit composite wing on the side. There's none of that here. That's a penny 3. Awesome shoe, by the way. One of my favorites. But what these actually do have is a Air Max unit in the back. I typically don't like when they paint or color the units, but this one, man, it just looks slick. It goes so well with this, where I was like, man, this is cool. The forefoot, again, there's nothing in there. It's just foam. There's no zoom. There's no air. None of that stuff. It's still pretty comfortable. And that was one of my favorite features actually about the shoe, is that for how little tech they put in there, I was like, man, for that, they're really comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I was able to be mobile on the floor, play in these, no problem. It was not a big deal. Like it was just one of those things where the foam nowadays is so much better than it used to be. You don't even need air. Like look at React, Lunar, all that stuff, Bounce, P-Backs. I mean, foam is different now. It was way different in the 90s. They actually actually do have a carbon fiber plate, and it's actual carbon fiber, so that was always a surprise because this is something where, especially on the Penny 6, faux carbon fiber, it's just plastic. It made it look like carbon fiber, but this is actually a carbon fiber plate, so that is pretty cool. And then the midsole is Phylon. I love the color blocking on this, just that straight up blue line right there. This was on the original colorway that I released, or not released, reviewed, where it was the black one, and it had the same midsole and all that. Super clean colorway. I love the Orlando colorways on these shoes. That's what I was really waiting for when they re-released these this year. And I was like, I'm not getting those cloak ones again or none of that stuff. Nah, we don't need that. Drop a penny in penny colorways. And that's what they've done here. Not only that, but this colorway right here, again, like I was saying earlier, is like a Penny fan's wet dream. And it's because this colorway is a little slight homage or homage to the Penny 1 PE. They're white, blue, a little bit of pinstripe on there, just like on these. And that colorway is never released, and they need to, just saying. Now, I cannot remember the original year that these released. All I know is that we were doing YouTube videos, and clearly we're still here. So the era was that Fuse era. So that's what you see on the upper. All the materials on there are synthetic, 100%. Even comes with that little sticker. It just says the shoe contains synthetic leathers. So although the leather, even though it looks dope, like they were able to put on a nice little texture on that polyurethane coat, that does not mean that it's nice leather. Don't let the top layer fool you of what's underneath it. There's not a single piece of real leather on these things. It's all synthetic. It's a little stiff.
That's what she said.
So it's not like the softest. If you're gonna go synthetic, I like to go soft, but this is not that. However, they got all of this open screen, so all of the mesh areas are super flexible. So even though that material is stiff, this one's not. So you're gonna be able to flex in there, no problem. A lot of ventilation in this shoe as well. So whether you're indoor hooper, outdoor hooper, you're gonna be good to go. The internal booty, I just think is dope because they added the pinstripes on there. Like there's nothing better than Orlando on a Penny shoe. It should be synonymous every time. And then check out that logo, man. Tell me that that doesn't look sweet back there. I think of all the signature logos, the Penny logo is my favorite. For whatever reason, I look at this logo. It's gotta be in this color though. Like when they're done up in, like when he was in Phoenix, that's cool. In New York, that's cool too. But this blue one, man. Now the retail price, $160. Honestly, for what you're getting, that's not good. There's not a real piece of leather on here. There's not really any tech on there. They've designated these Air Max units to lifestyle purposes nowadays. So what are we paying $160 for? Drop this down to 140 at least. At least 109, that'd be perfect. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, I'd go true to size. That's what I did. That's what I used to do as well with the original pairs. And again, that's what I did here. Again, you can hoop in these. You don't have to. You can stunt in these if you think that these are dope off court. However you like to wear them, go for it. They're your shoes. Enjoy them. So I know that you're not a big Penny fan. You think that the shoes are like bulky.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't even know the guy.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the person. Just talking about the shoes.
Yes, the shoes are disgusting.
But they're not. They're f***ing awesome.
This is a more refined looking shoe.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think that they've always done a great job with every Penny, like kind of keeping that language, that flow across each model. These did a really good job of that as well. But this is a slicker shoe.
It's like the two went on a diet.
Yeah, it's a little bit more contoured. Again, a little bit more anatomically accurate, sort of bulky and all that stuff. So do you remember my original pairs?
No.
No, really? They're that forgettable? Or just because you weren't paying attention?
I don't know. There's a lot of shoes that have come through my life on your feet, so.
This is true. Especially during the YouTube years.
Yes.
But I did win a championship in these, a City League championship.
Congratulations.
It was not just the deciding game, the championship game were the 28s. But that season, it was on and off between the black and royal pennies and the black and neon green 28s. Oh, I have a soft spot for these. I think that they're dope. But I really want to see the Penny 1 though in this colorway. That PE colorway that they've never given us. So I don't like seeing all the random stuff like the Memphis or whatever. And even though I get it, he's from Memphis, it's cool. We understand. More Orlando stuff though. This is where most of the fans saw him first. The big stage type shit. So like local people that knew about him and like people that are in the scene and all that stuff, that's really great that you get those little tributes and stuff, but please put out stuff like this though. Like the foam posits, like he's got a number of foam posits of PEs that we still haven't gotten a chance to like see on retail. Why not, man? You're putting out the ugliest foam posits of all time out right now. Why are you doing that? Put out a clean one. But anyways, that pretty much takes care of it for these guys. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. I think I picked these up from Hibbett. So I'll leave a link down below in the description box if anybody's curious. But yeah, I think that these are fantastic on or off court. Personally, I would play with them. It's just I can't right now because yeah, you know, pandemic. And I feel so happy for you guys and jealous at the same time that all of the people can hoop right now, but that's just not us right here. So And even if we could, it's hot as balls outside, man. Ain't nobody going out there right now.
Not for the next like week. It's a 9-day streak of triple digits.
I'm literally, here, let me see if I can do this.
No.
I don't know if it's gonna come up on the camera, but watch. It's like I'm hooping. I know.
It's so gross.
It's so nasty. It's so nasty, man.
It's all the lights because I was holding it together really well back there, and then I came over here and I'm like...
And the lights definitely amp it up a little bit. But yeah, it's just really hot in here. So, and we keep the AC off and the fans off because...
To give you that smooth listening experience.
I get it. Just people with earbuds and stuff, they're gonna be like, I can hear it, like, and I get that, you know. So we try our best to cater to you, but it's at my expense. I'm dripping out here, you know what I mean?
The struggle is real.
But thank you once again for watching. Thanks for all the support. Until next time, guys, have a good one.